What is good, Ecamm fam? Brandon Washington here, and today, I have so much game to give y'all. If you were watching the show earlier over on my channel, you kind of got a little bit of a sneak peek of what was going on. See, this is the launch pad, and this is a super unique show in the fact that it's a show that is split up into two parts. We start the first shot, live streaming. We start the first part over on my channel, Creative Fam Live, where we get a chance to meet our guests, learn a little bit more about them. And that's right, today we are talking to none other than Mr. Tyrese. But I had to hold it because Ecamm, he was about to spoil a game and I wanted to save it for you. Because this is somebody who I have personally, selfishly wanted to sit down and talk with because the amount of knowledge that he has and the amount of growth that he has been able to accomplish over on TikTok. But he's also not just a creative in the sense of that he makes content on TikTok. That'd be limiting what he does too much. But he's also an amazing musician. And y'all know I love music. That's why I always got the right beats to the song. I'm always bringing in the best music, and I know y'all be talking about, oh, I be gatekeeping. Nah, my music comes from Artlist, y'all. Y'all can just go find it. Not sponsored. But in a real way, I wanted to bring somebody on here for the Ecamm fam because this man has over 1.7 million followers on one TikTok account, and he has another account completely unrelated that has over 400,000. And he's growing a YouTube channel, repurposing that TikTok content right now, pulling crazy views, and he's got it almost all on autopilot, y'all. We're gonna be going over all of that and a lot more, but without further ado, let me bring my guest back up so that way he can start spitting those facts, because I've had to stop him from giving away the game now twice. I won't do it a third time. So I'm gonna just let him go. All right, y'all just be ready. Because once he gets up here, we just gonna let him go. Because get your notepad out. It's time to take some notes. What's good, bro?
What's up, man?
Bro, I feel terrible. I've made you stop sharing now twice. Before we even started, and then on the first part of the show, but that's because I knew we needed to save it for right now. So let's just give people who weren't there for the first part of the show a little bit of context. Who are you? What do you do? And let's talk a little bit about your socials, because we're going to get into all of it. But let's talk a little bit about your socials, because I don't think, even if people are fans of yours, which I'm a fan of yours, and I consider you a friend, and I didn't even know how much you were doing. So let's give the people a little bit of a background of who are you, what you do, and then let's just give them a surface level of all the stuff you're currently doing on social.
Yeah, man. My name is Tyrese Pope. I'm 25. I am a content creator and entertainer, I guess. I feel like I have to be pretty broad because of, I guess, the amount of things I do. Yeah, content creator and entertainer. I've been making content for 15 years on the internet. I've been posting for 15 years. I've been making music for 19 years.
It's crazy,
So,
bro.
all I know is creating. All I know is creating and entertaining. That's my whole life. That's all I know.
Dude, I mean, it shows, because you know how a lot of people, they might look at it oh, you're 25, maybe you've been doing this for, a few years. No, you've been doing this longer than you have not been doing this.
Yeah.
So
Literally.
I think that shows a lot in your work. But when you say you create all over the internet, we know you're on TikTok. We know you're a little bit on YouTube. You're also on Instagram. But what are the different accounts that you're currently running, actively?
So I have we can go in order of biggest to lowest following. Tyrese Pope Music is the main TikTok account. I say main TikTok account because it's the biggest. It's not the one I post on the most, but that's at 1.7 million. It's dedicated to my music and promoting my music. And then I have Tyrese Nope, which was supposed to be a spam account. It was supposed to be just an account where I just ranted to the camera about things I wouldn't post on my music page. But then it became like an account that I have to take seriously because now I got brand deals on that account, so like I have to take it seriously. So, um, yeah, that's the second TikTok account, and then after that would probably be Instagram, which I don't use at all, but that's like 85K.
Yeah.
And then I have a YouTube at 75K, and the YouTube I just started is at like, wait, do you want to talk about the new YouTube yet, or
You
should,
can
should,
give
should I wait?
you can give
Okay.
brief numbers.
Okay. I just started that one. That one's still less than 1,000. That's like 800
But how
ish
long have you been
subscribers.
posted on that one?
3 weeks maybe.
800 subscribers in 3 weeks, y'all. He said, I just started it. Do you want to even talk about it? It's 800 subscribers in 3 weeks, y'all. I told you, he's doing stuff. So we are here today to learn about all of these different things that he's currently got going. So I like how and it's so funny that you said something that fully resonated with me, because a lot of times when people are like, "Oh, you make YouTube videos," and I'm like, "Yeah," and they're like, "Oh, what's your channels?" And I'll be like, "Well, my main account is the
Yeah,
Brandon
yeah,
Washington account," but I say main because it technically has the most followers, but it's not the
yeah,
one I'm the most active on. I mean, the live stream channel
yeah.
I'm way more active on. So I totally resonate with you there. So when it comes to your different accounts and whatnot, you currently have the music one, which, I mean, I guess the easiest way like if I were to define your YouTube channel, or I'm sorry, your music account, it would be that you don't just show off your music. You know what I mean? Like, you're not just like, it's not like music videos. Like, you're
Yeah, yeah,
creating
yeah.
holistic content that promotes the music while the music is integrated into the content. How did you come across
Yeah.
like that being your formula for that account? Because I do believe that that is what allowed your account to stand out, to be different, and ultimately to get you
Yeah.
to around 1.7 mil.
So the goal is always entertain. Like I hate sales, I hate ads, I hate marketing to people. And inherently, if I'm making a video about my music, it's marketing, it's an ad. I want you to listen to my music. So I try and separate myself from that as much as possible and make the first goal of the video, is this entertaining at all?
Mm-hmm.
That's the first goal. And then if I can slip my music in there, great. But the goal is to be entertaining. Um, I mean, and I'll do like the easy to batch pieces of content where it's literally just me like lip syncing the song and like an aesthetically pleasing video or something that might like a visual hook or something. But really the goal is just to entertain. Like, and I've been making skits for so long. Like I've been making skits on social media since 2011, 2012. Um, but I didn't think about making skits in that format for the music content until I saw some other people on TikTok that were doing like skits formats for the music. Like there's someone named Zach Diamond. He's the first person I saw, and then Connor Price, who just took it to an entirely new level,
Mm-hmm.
just absolutely killing it with content and music. Um, and I was like, okay, there's clearly something to this. How can I make this mine? Like, because also I have a background in acting. Like, I was a theater kid. Like, um, uh, so it was natural for me to just to like do the skits and stuff. But I had to figure out how to make it mine. Like, how do I make these characters my own? Um, how do I put my personality into these videos? But that's kind of how we got to that point. Just figuring out how to entertain first and show the music second.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, because I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
ultimately, like, you do want people to find your music. That's
yes,
technically what marketing is. But and you want people to listen to it or buy albums, that way they can enjoy it. That's sales. But at the same time, it starts from a place of, is this entertaining? Does this provide value outside of those things? And if somebody finds value through the entertaining side of it, they will naturally want to consume more of your content, want to,
Yeah.
want to listen to more of your music, because I know that's how it was for me. Like I found, ironically, songs that weren't even like songs you hadn't officially released, like some of the Wordle stuff that you were doing.
Yeah, yeah,
And then
yeah.
I was like, man, if he can do this like freestyle, what else has he got? You know what I mean? And so then it was like, let me go listen to your other stuff.
Yeah.
So I think that's really important. I think as an artist, you should be looking outside of just like the sales of what you're gonna get from it. It's like, is this something of value first and foremost? Is this something
Yeah.
entertaining first and foremost? And that obviously blew up your music TikTok channel and probably changed the trajectory of what you were doing online. Would you agree?
Yeah, it was an interesting time. So I only did the Wordle raps because so I was playing Wordle at the time, like just on my phone every day playing Wordle, and then I saw someone playing Wordle on TikTok one day. I was like, oh, that's dope. So I started watching people play Wordle on TikTok, and I ran into two of them at VidCon. They were in the creator lounges at VidCon. I ran into them. I was like, hi. I was like, I love you guys' content, and then we hung out for a couple hours just talking about content and stuff. And they were like, you should try making Wordle videos. And I was like, I don't know how that would work because I have a music page, but I'll think about it. And I was like, wait, why don't I just rap with the words? I was like, that might be something that can, become something.
Yeah.
So it was supposed to be a once a week thing, by the way. So it was supposed to be Wordle Wednesdays. It was supposed to be on Wednesdays we play Wordle, and I was gonna do a Wordle rap once a week, and then it became a daily thing for months. For months, I was doing the Wordle raps every single day, and it was one of the biggest booms I've ever had on social media. I gained 100,000 followers in like 28 days. Like
Wow.
100,000 followers in like 28 days. I did like 10 million views that month on social media on TikTok. Um yeah, it was a wild time, and it was the first time that I felt community on the platform and not just followers. Like
Mm.
I had followers before, but I never had an audience, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like
No.
this was the first time I really noticed the same people coming back, like waiting for the next Wordle rap video, like and just collabing with other Wordle TikTokers. No, it was a crazy time. It was a crazy time, and I'm super grateful for it. It did change it 100%, because now on the second page, I'm doing basically just word games,
Yeah.
and that account's growing like crazy right now. So yeah, it's wild that that's what Wordle did, but yeah,
Well, and I think it's something interesting that you said over on the first part of the show, was that like consistency breeds community. And I think it makes sense to me as a consumer of your content, as a fan of your stuff, was cuz like once you find a video from a creator that you like, your inherent like next step is to go seek more of it. And if you
yeah,
can
yeah,
go to their page and the format is easy to find or follow, because like I'm not saying every creator has to just like do one thing and stick to that one thing on their
yeah,
page,
yeah, yeah,
but like the way you introed your video, the way it was looked, you were in your room, it was really easy to find. You could just scroll and like find the videos that you wanted and just
yes, yeah,
consume
yeah,
it. And then once you consume, two or three videos of a short from a short creator that you like, then it becomes like a no-brainer. I'm going to hit the follow button so that way I don't miss the next one. And especially when you're posting at a consistent rate, if it's daily or weekly, you're like, oh, I want to make sure I follow because I know tomorrow I'm going to get another one. And then I know the next day I'm going to
yeah.
get another one. So that makes perfect sense. And I could see why you get a boom, because you also were real nice with the flow. So that was kind of like a given. And it was so cool to watch somebody that creative just work.
Yeah, I mean that was such a fun time. That was, I mean, I got burnt out doing that every day for months, but it was a really fun time. And it 100%. It's crazy that it changed my life. It's crazy that doing the Wordle apps changed my life. Because now I can just straight up play Wordle or play Connections, and people are down to watch. Because like I said, that account's going crazy right now. I'm posting 3-4 times a day. Um,
So yeah, let's talk a little bit
Starting to
about
test
the
out live
second
streaming.
account.
Yeah.
So the second account is not music whatsoever, right?
Not at all, no.
And you're playing Wordle on this account. And we kind of touched on it a little bit on the first part of the show, but you're posting, 2 to 3 times a day. And
Hmm.
you've set up a structure that allows you to create sort of in bulk to make your life a little bit easier when it comes to creating the content. But
Yeah.
this one here is probably a slightly different audience than even the music. Like there's probably a little bit of overlap, but I would
Yeah.
imagine this is a completely different audience. And so talk to me a little
Yeah.
bit about like, since how long have you been doing this account, posting 2 to 3 times a day? And you say this account's going crazy. What does that mean for you?
So, so as far as being like super consistent, um, I would say September, like mid-September, I was like, you know what? Because I went through like 8 months of like not posting at all.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't really posting anything on social media. I was just in like this huge slump where I felt like nothing was working. I didn't know what to do, didn't know what to post. Um, and I would post like one-off videos of me playing Wordle, and sometimes they would do well. And I was like, if I don't lock in, I'll never know what's gonna happen. Like if I don't do the thing, I'll never know. And I
Hmm.
hate not knowing. So I had to do it. Um, So I want to say like mid-September, maybe even early September. I was just like, I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go daily, man. And I was just doing the 2 videos a day at the time, just Wordle, just connections.
Wait, I'm sorry. You mean
Um,
like September, like 2 months ago, September?
yeah,
Oh my gosh. Okay, keep going.
yeah, like like a couple months ago. Um,
This channel popped off in just like 3 months.
I'm not gonna. You know what? I'm gonna start pulling up analytics so we
Yeah.
can actually talk numbers. Um, because I'm not gonna lie, like I've had some crazy highs on social media. This is crazy. Um, so let's look at some analytics. Let's look at some analytics.
Y'all, I'm I'm beside myself.
Let's look at okay, let's see. Okay.
I'm gonna copy
So
the
in the
link.
month of oh wait, no, because I started posting in August, but not daily at all. Like it was very sporadic. Um, what about July? What was I doing in July? Okay. So July, I mean, this is okay. This is the lowest month that I'm gonna say so far.
Okay.
But so in July on this page, I did 967,000 views. I don't know how because I don't remember what I posted that month at all.
Okay.
Wait, let me see something. Oh, it won't let me look at. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Go back to overview. So 967,000 views in July. And then in August, I actually started posting like a couple videos. 5.6 million views in August.
Playing Wordle.
This was a combination of Wordle and I was doing like I would do like keyboard reviews
Okay. So it's
because I wanted to do like tech stuff too.
got it. So you're still finding the channel.
Yeah, so August was 5.6 million. September was 9.8 million. This is when I started to like actually like go
Lock.
daily.
Yeah.
Um the Oct this is I will say this is crazy even like this is crazy. October I did 31 million views on this page. October I did 31 million views. Um 1.5 million likes, 340,000 profile views. 96.2% from the For You page, by the way. So it's
Wow.
not even like I'm getting followers, but it's mostly For You page views.
Wow. So the algorithm's just you're feeding it's just feeding it out there.
Basically, yeah. I guess probably because I'm just posting so much.
Yeah, but
Like
but
if
but
someone interacts with it, they have so many more videos to like
to
suggest to
binge,
them.
yeah. And I
Yeah.
mean there's an inherent story to it cuz like obviously like I wanted him to give you guys the numbers because I don't think that like, Doc put it in the chat. He said He said, "I'm telling you, daily is an unlock," and I do believe that going daily does help. Being consistent on a regular basis definitely helps, but I think that there are other elements at play here
For
that
sure, yeah.
that are really allowing you to elevate what you're able to do, because big numbers, cool, great, whatever. Real quick, before we get into the next part, I just want you to tease them a little bit. Ecamm fam, you're gonna love this because this is about live streaming. Let the people know what happened the first time you went live with this TikTok page just to test it, to see what it was all about. What'd you do?
Yeah, so I've been wanting to go live playing. I wanted to play Wordle live for like a long time, but the TikTok Live Studio was only available on PC. I'm a Mac user, and a couple days ago, I don't know why I even checked, but I checked to see if they had made a Mac version available yet, and they did. So obviously, I downloaded it immediately, set up my little scene so I could have the face cam and like the Wordle cam. Um, and I was like, bet tomorrow I'm testing this out. I'm gonna go live for like 10 minutes and just see if the live works. Let's see if it actually works. And so the next day, I didn't really say anything about it. I didn't let anybody know I was going live really. I was just gonna go live, and I did. And I did. Okay.
Tell them, bro.
So I'm okay, so I started playing the Word Alive, and I look, and there's like 150 people in there. I'm like, that's crazy, 150 people watching me live. And I'm just like, all right, I'm talking to chat. I'm asking them what words I should run. Dog, at one point in the stream, I was at over 3,000 people watching me play Wordle. Over 3,000 concurrent viewers, not 3,000 people that went into the stream. 3,000 concurrent viewers watching me play Wordle. That was insane.
Ecamm
That was
fam,
crazy.
I don't just bring anybody on the show. I just want you to know that right now. Like, I think this is why I say, like, there was more to it. It's one thing to post a video on social media. I mean, I can speak from my own personal experience. You can have a video pop off, do a few million views. You didn't really do anything. It just somehow resonated and the algorithm decided to throw it, because that's the
Yeah.
difference between long form and short form. Is with short form, people don't choose your videos, they're served your videos. So you got to create
Yeah.
videos that the algorithm can find who's going to enjoy it and then serve it to them, right? But live streams is where I think the real proof is in the pudding, because to have over 3,000 people concurrently watching you over longer than 60 seconds,
Yeah.
on a live stream shows that you didn't just have people getting served your videos and they just happen to consume it and keep going, but you created a community of people who
Yeah.
enjoyed what you had to offer. Thus, that's why they showed up and hung out with
Hmm.
you, and you were able to pull well over 3,000. And that was just the first time you ever did it. Now,
Yeah.
I gotta say, I mean, because we here on Ecamm, and you know where I be at. You could have been doing this a long time ago on your Mac. So hit me up next time, and I got to show you a couple little secrets. I don't know if Doc will let me say what the secrets are, but there are a couple little secrets that'll actually make it even better for you when you're live streaming. Because with Ecamm, we can have you live streaming on TikTok, on YouTube, and on
Yeah, I want to
Facebook.
figure out
Oh,
multi's live. Yeah,
I
yeah.
got you. Ecamm will allow you to do all of it. You can still stay vertical and all that stuff, so you can send out your Twitch stream,
Okay.
IG, you could be live on there at the exact same time. And so
That's
the
crazy.
same way you're repurposing right now, I can help you repurpose your live stream. So we'll get you hooked up with Ecamm so that way you can do it, because that's going to
Yeah,
handle
that would
all
be
the stuff.
great. I was like, because I was sitting there, I was like, can you imagine having 3,000 people watching on Twitch live? That's crazy. 3,000 people at the same time. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, you could be on all of them simultaneously. And with some of the special stuff you have coming up, you might even be able to do a little vertical, a little horizontal. We'll see. No, I didn't give anything away, right, Doc? All right, we're gonna keep moving. So, what's really, really interesting is the fact that you're able to bring those type of people together and pull those kind of numbers, because the truth is that like what you're doing is you are building community online. And you've already mentioned that on this channel, you're now starting to bring in brand deals, right?
Yeah.
So with this new account that you really just started taking seriously in September, so last 3 months maybe,
Yeah.
what has some of the brand deals sort of looked like, and just to get people an idea of what is possible if they choose to fully lock in?
So I've done how many? I don't know. There's a lot of like so I get a lot of emails with like a lot of like random small brand deal offers. I
Mm-hmm.
say no to most brand deals, to be honest. I say no to most of them. Um, Not all money is good money, and
Truth.
you do not make the most money by doing the most brand deals. You make the most money by doing the right brand deals.
Truth.
Um, so right now I'm in the middle of two. Yeah, two. This is the first time. So with this page, is the first time that I've had multi-deliverable brand deals. Usually I just do one-offs, but this time they're like, "Hey, can we get 2 videos a week for 8 weeks?" I'm like, "Bet that
That's
absolutely
yeah.
yes, you can." Um, so that's cool. That's never happened to me before. Um,
That's so
Also
crazy.
because what I'm doing is so niche. Like I hate to pat myself on the back. I hate it so much, but when it comes to like word game creators, like if you search Wordle, if you search connections, you will see me pop up. Like,
Yeah.
so if they're looking for word game creators, I'm gonna pop up. And it's such like a strong niche, they're probably gonna reach out to me. In fact, the live stream thing, I've only gone live twice on this account. I've gone live twice. I had someone reach out to me about doing a sponsored live stream where I play their game on live. I was like, this is a whole new avenue that I had never even considered before. I was like, I'm about to start pitching this to brands. It's like, hey, I'll play your game on live. I had 3,000 people watching me. I can get them looking at your video game. Like, I never even thought about that before, but that's a whole new possible income stream that I was completely neglecting because I didn't know I could go live on TikTok. But also that's another thing. Like I'm looking at my live analytics. That one time that I went live, by
Mm-hmm.
the way, I was only live for about 1.5 hours.
Okay.
I went live for like one and a half, like maybe an hour 45. I gained 1,400 followers in that live. I gained 1,400 followers in that live stream. I had a total of 65,000 viewers, I guess. 65,000 people that came through.
Yeah.
Um, 49,000 comments, 242,000 likes. If I can show that to a brand, that's worth something to them.
Well, and it's
Like,
also, I mean, I feel like, I mean, we've heard it from like the Twitch era of streamers, but like there is something to the value of having an audience live with you. Like, I mean, right now, because like
yeah.
right now I'm looking through the chat, like Doc is saying, pat away nephew, like you're an authority now. Like there's something to doing it live. And it's the reason why I personally love live streaming, is because you can engage with the
Yeah.
audience in real
Yeah.
time. And I feel like, especially with what you're doing, which is like, playing a game, there's an inherent desire to be live anyway and to engage anyway. So in the last 3 months, because I do want to get to some more, I want to give some more game away on this stream. So in the last 3 months, just a quick recap. You've been going live, or you've been posting consistently, 2 to 3 times a day. Your account has blown up to well over 400,000 subscribers. You're already bringing in brand deals. You're going live, pulling in well over 3,000 people watching you live, and you're getting brand deal offers to do stuff to play games while live. So you'll be being paid now to do the exact same live stream you already just did for free. But
Yeah.
the heart of it, and we talked about it already, is the posting consistently. Now, if you tell most creators that they got to post 3 times a day, that sounds exhausting. But you have
Yeah.
figured out a formula that allows you to create content at scale, but in a simplistic way that allows you to be able to stay consistent. Can you walk us through how you're creating your content so that way you can actually post that consistently?
It boils down to taking steps to remove friction in the process. So, like, if I was trying to do this all on my phone, that would create a lot more obstacles in the filming and in the recording process. But I bought a desk mount so that I could set my camera up here for my face cam for the gameplay, and it just stays on this mount basically all day. Like this is basically where that camera stays. Um, and I know my OBS settings. Like I know like I have presets in Premiere. I drag and drop. It crops and scales what my gameplay is. It crops and scales where my face cam goes. I know exactly what the background music is going to be in every single one of the videos. I know exactly what decibel it's going to be set to in the videos.
Mm.
Like it's just muscle memory at this point. It is like repetition and muscle memory is such a big part of removing friction in the process. And I'm a believer that gear doesn't matter to an extent. Like gear doesn't make you better, but it can get you somewhere faster.
Yeah.
Like if you already know how to get there, there are pieces of equipment that can get you there faster.
Yes, an
Um,
accelerant. It could be an accelerant.
yes, and this
100%.
gets me there faster. So like I have this desk mic connected to my laptop. It stays here all the time. This camera stays here all the time. I sit down, record the camera, record the gameplay, and I know exactly where it goes from there. Like taking steps to remove the friction is the biggest thing somebody can do in making your process more efficient. I've saved so much time. I have shaved off so many minutes of editing by just making the presets. If I had to crop and scale manually every time, it would take so much longer. But I just drag and drop my little Premiere presets and like I'm good.
Oh, bro. So I'm going to help you make the process even easier. Doc, I don't know if that's you commenting as Ecamm Live, but you need to chill. I know how to do my job. All right. I know how to do my job. Sometimes people got to figure out the process in their own time. All right. But in a very real way, there, like, remember how I was telling you, Ecamm's going to allow you to be able to stream to all the different platforms at the same time?
Yeah.
I can get you set up where you don't have to edit anything, but just chop off the end and the beginning because Ecamm will do it all. Like it's genuinely that freaking easy. I'm gonna set you up. It
Okay.
took me, and don't even feel bad because Doc was yelling at me for months to switch to Ecamm, and I was like, my system works until he showed me how to make it better, and I was like, all right, fine, fine,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you
Yeah.
know, when you try to do your stuff, you trying to do your stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but okay, so you have a system dialed in for creating the content. You have the gear, you have the process for the post production. What about the actual shooting? Like, how long? I kind of already know the answer to this, but I want to give the game for Ecamm too. How long does it take you to create? Like, if you're posting 2 to 3 times a day, how long does it take you to create that content?
On a good day, like if I do the Wordle pretty quick that day, if I do the connections pretty quick that day, it's less to edit, obviously. Um, on a good day, I can shoot both of those and edit both of those in under 15 minutes. From hitting record to posting, I can finish both in under 15 minutes.
Was it always 15 minutes, or did it like were you like
Oh
slowly?
no.
Okay, so where did it start?
Um, because like before I even had the presets, it would probably take me like 30 minutes each video.
Okay.
And it was the same type of edits. Like I was still doing the basic edits, but like I'm more dialed in on my Adobe shortcuts, even though I should probably switch to DaVinci. I'm tired of paying monthly for Adobe, but conversation for a different day. Um, I'm so much quicker at like the Q and W. Those are my best friends. Q
Yeah.
and W and Premiere, those are my best friends. Um, but I'm so much more dialed into the formula, I guess. Like I said, it's so much muscle memory at this point. Yeah, it used to be like
So when you
30
were
minutes
so when
each
you were at
video.
30 minutes per video, Was it adding in gear, or was it like taking a day and figuring out your keyboard shortcuts or building out those presets? Because it sounds like you were at 30 minutes and then you probably invested some time. And then that time that you invested allowed you to save so much more time. Because to go from 30 minutes per
Yeah.
video to 15 minutes for both videos is crazy work.
Yeah. And 30 minutes, that was just the edit time. That doesn't include the filming of it. But
Wow.
it's so building presets was probably the best thing I ever did.
Hmm.
Oh my God, it's so useful. I would hate having to do that every single time. Presets is probably the best thing that I did. Also, not trying to diverge too much from the formula. Like, I'm not switching up the background music in every video. Like, I'm using that Wii theme song in all of my Wordle videos. And it's gotten to the point where it's like, that's one of the things, like, um, we talked about this in the other live stream, but like, being the niche and building personal brand is the best thing you could do as a creator.
Yeah.
And it got to the point where like so many things that I just did over time end up being part of my brand. Like every time I would do the Wordle rap, I would do my little shimmy dance at the end of every Wordle rap. And I remember in one video I didn't do it and I had a bunch of comments like, "Where'd the shimmy go?" But like with the Wii theme song, I remember going live for the first time playing Wordle. People were commenting, "It's so weird watching you do this without Wii music in the background." Because it became part of my brand that when I'm playing Wordle, you hear the Wii music. Um, so that for me helped solidify the fact that I'm on the right path and that people have a brand associated with me.
Yeah.
So that was cool. That's cool.
I bet it's also super helpful mentally to not have to think about so much stuff when you're creating.
Oh my God, yes. It's like when Steve Jobs said he would wear the same thing every day. Like that little bit of deciding what to wear every day, like regardless of how small it may be for some people, it is a mental thing you have to think about. And sometimes you just don't want to waste time thinking about those kind of decisions. Like, I don't want to think about my background music for these videos. I don't want to think about adding in motion effects or motion graphics to these videos. Like, let's keep it simple. People know what they know what to expect. Let's just give them what they expect. Um, so yeah, I think not trying to make the process too complicated for myself, and sticking to the formula. And if things ever stop working, then yeah, you switch up the formula. But if it's working, if it ain't broke.
Bro, ride it till the wheels fall off. All right. So I want to get into something that we talked a little bit about before the show. And y'all, this is the thing I'm actually the most interested in because I didn't know this was a thing. And he started talking about it before the show started. And this is where I had to stop him because I was like, there's so much here that I want to know about. So you're doing very well on TikTok right now. And you have 3 days or 3 videos a day worth of content over the last 3 months. And
Mhm.
you decided, you're like, oh, you know what I should do? I should just start a YouTube channel just repurposing the content that's already made on TikTok, which I think a lot of us have thought about doing. I think a lot of us have been like,
Yeah.
okay, if you make short form video, you can post it on TikTok, you can post it on YouTube Shorts, you can post it on Instagram Reels. But you told me that there was a tool that you were using to help make that process easier. Can you walk me through what you're currently doing with the videos that you've already created over on TikTok and how that's helped you grow this YouTube channel over 800 subscribers in less than 3 weeks?
Yeah, so I mean, it's another one of those things where it's like removing friction from the process. So I had always wanted to be like, oh, why don't I just post my backlog of TikTok content on YouTube? But that seemed like such a tedious like task of like going through and taking every single TikTok, downloading it and putting it on you. Like that just seemed like way too much. So I was never gonna do it, to be honest. Um, but I'm in the okay, so I'm in the YouTube Shorts program. Like I have a YouTube Shorts manager. And she sent out a link. It was like a 90-day trial of this website called repurpose.io. And I was like, this is the exact thing that I needed. So I tested it with posting my music TikToks to YouTube, and I was posting 6 videos a day for
Wow.
90 days. Just old TikToks. This took no effort from me. It was just old TikToks I had already made. I already did the work. And dog, I gained I gained probably like 50,000 subscribers
On your YouTube,
just
on your music channel.
on the music YouTube. I gained
Bro,
like
every time
50,000.
you start talking to me, you tell me other good stuff that you've been doing and you didn't tell me before the show. Like you talk about burying the lead. You grew another 50? Doc,
Dude,
don't say I
yeah.
ain't do nothing for you. He gave all the game on this side of the show. I just want you to know that.
It was so yeah, I was at like 20 something thousand beforehand, and like after the 90 days I was at like 75,000 subscribers on that page. Just
Wow.
posting the old TikToks I already did onto YouTube. Um so now my 90 days ran up, and I've been thinking about it for a while, like, man, oh man, that was a really useful tool. Like I should just go get it. I think it's like 25-30 bucks a month, which another subscription, I know I get it. This is probably one of the most worth it for me. Um, so I was like, boom, and like with the $30 subscription, they let you have up to 3 accounts per social media platform. So I could do my music TikTok, my second Wordle TikTok, and I could throw in another TikTok in there if I wanted to. And then
Mhm.
I can post everything from that TikTok onto Instagram, onto YouTube, onto LinkedIn, onto Snapchat at the same time, 6 videos a day.
And
I'm just
you're just
testing it
sitting
out
back.
right
You're
now.
just sitting back, letting it go to work.
Yeah. It's like I already did the work. I already made the videos. I might as well get to keep reaping the benefits. So like I'm posting on Facebook Reels right now too, 4 videos a day. And um it's like I don't know why I didn't do this earlier. I knew it worked. Like I'd already used it before. I knew it worked.
Yeah.
So the past 3 weeks I've been posting the word game stuff, 4 videos a day onto YouTube Shorts. I can pull up the exact numbers, but I'm currently at 889 subscribers.
Wow.
This is the past. So this account technically existed. It had 12 subscribers, I think, 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So over 800 subscribers in the past 3 weeks, and 309,000 views in the past 3 weeks.
And
And
just
it's
from
for
old content you already did.
old content. Old because old content is new to somebody. Like
Mm.
it's new to somebody. They didn't see it before. They're on a completely different platform watching these videos for the first time. Um, so yeah, it's a no-brainer. And like I didn't even set up Snapchat or LinkedIn yet. I You could do it on Pinterest.
I
Like
didn't even know
you
you could
can
post
post
reels.
literally everywhere.
That's so crazy. And what's nuts is you do the work once. Obviously, this platform is not free. It costs $30. You
Yeah.
said a month, but
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
it's allowing you to reach your tribe everywhere. And I personally think, and
Exactly.
then like like we were talking about earlier, with with a platform like Ecamm, if you start building this audience on YouTube Shorts, and then you start building this audience on TikTok, and you build this audience on Instagram, and then if you go live, you could then go live to all of them simultaneously. And I think especially for someone like yourself,
Yeah.
who you're doing brand deals, they probably might reach out to you and be like, "Hey, we see you're doing well on TikTok." And you can be like, "Yeah, but I've got this on TikTok, but I've also got this on YouTube and I've got this on Instagram. How
Got a
would you like?"
package deal right there.
It's
Yeah.
a package deal. And what's
Yeah.
crazy is you only have to do the work once, and you're allowing the tools to really help allow you to get the most out of them.
Yeah, no, the tools are super important. The tools are super important these days. Repurpose is probably one of my favorite things right now, just because of how easy, like I literally set it up and it's automated. Like I haven't checked it in days. But it's posting for me 4 times a day on this YouTube page, and it's 800 and something subscribers that I wouldn't have had because I wasn't gonna post these videos.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna take the time to post them one by one manually. So yeah, and the fact that, like I said, it can post everything from my TikTok onto like 6 different platforms for me. I might start a new Instagram where it just posts my second TikTok videos onto Instagram Reels. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely seems like a no-brainer, and your metrics are obviously speaking for themselves. I do have to ask, with all of the success that you're now seeing just in the last few months, which is crazy because you decided to go all in, like you said, like back in September. Obviously, it's hard to even say that for you because you were already so successful already
Yeah.
on the music side of things. But if you were to if you were to boil down the success that you've had over the last few months into maybe three actionable steps that anybody can take, no matter where they are, whether they have a huge following or they're just getting started. Because that's the thing I like about you right now is like, even though you do have the knowledge already, because we know the knowledge is out there, it's here on this show. Um, but your actions have been really, really strong. What are three actionable steps that you think that you have done over the last 3 months that has really allowed you to see the level of success that you've been having over the last 3 months or since September?
I mean, the biggest thing is just showing up. That's always going to be the biggest thing. Done's always going to be better than perfect. Just showing up. I'm not saying people have to go 3, 4 videos a day. If you can do the daily content, great. If you know that you can only consistently show up 3 times a week, great. Then you show up those 3 times a week. But just showing up it's the hardest thing to do because it's the biggest mental barrier, but it's also the most important thing is just knowing that you have to show up. Just doing the thing is going to be the most important. Um, yeah, because done's always going to be better than perfect. So that would be one. One is just showing up. Two, trying to think of what has helped me the most. Um, so showing up, dialing in your process for sure.
Yeah,
um
that's what I was
making
thinking.
your process as efficient as possible, and that takes time. Like that's not just oh, I need to make my process efficient and then you do it. It doesn't work like that. It's little things over time that you realize are faster if you do it this way. um it's yeah, like for me, building presets in Adobe was the biggest time saver. um that was huge. That was a huge step when I finally just started using presets as opposed to scaling and cropping every single time. Um, so yeah, show up, define your process or dial in your process, and then three, it's probably more of a mental thing, but like failure is inevitable if you want to define it as failure. Um, I've never really been a big believer in failure as a concept.
Hmm.
Um, Failure is really just an early attempt at success, and whether or not you fail is defined on, whether or not you keep going or not. If you stop, then yeah, you failed. But if you keep going, it was just a bump in the road.
Yeah,
So show up, dial in your process, and keep going, to be honest. Because I've had spurts where I would post for like a week and then not show up the next week, and I didn't keep going. And obviously the numbers go down. But once I finally just decided that there was no choice other than to show up every day and do the thing, the numbers followed. I mean, we looked at my analytics, we went over what the numbers were each month, and I'm aware that 31 million views of the month is an insane thing. I'm aware that that is not a normal thing. Even if you're quote unquote successful on the platform, 31 million views is a lot. That's a lot of views. That does not what your metric for success doesn't have to be that. If you get 10,000 views in a month, that could be huge for you.
yeah,
So I mean, like even on the new YouTube, when I see a video gets 2,000 views, I'm geeked. Like I love that. Like
yeah.
I also love starting over. I love starting from scratch. That's fun to me. Building something from absolutely nothing is fun.
Well,
Um,
you sound like you're a lot like me, where you love a good challenge. I mean, everything that
Yeah, yeah,
everything that
yeah.
you have talked through, it's always been about the challenge. And I think sometimes even for us as creators, where sometimes we get burnt out is when we don't feel like we have a challenge anymore. And so it's like you're
Yeah.
like, oh, this is kind of getting stale. But I think the fact that you've allowed yourself to build a system that doesn't allow for that, where it's like,
Hmm.
here's how we're gonna create the content. We keep chiseling away at it to where now it's taking you only 15 minutes to do it. You're showing up consistently 2 to 3 times a day, which is, seems crazy until you actually break it down the way that you just sort of explained it to us. And then utilizing those tools, like you said, Repurpose IO, that allows you to take content that you already created and then utilize it in other places. So that way you can continue to see the benefits from the hard work that you already put in. And again, I think that's also part of that process. Like you said, like, could you post on YouTube manually? Sure. Were you really probably gonna do it? No. Like,
No.
I get it. But being able to like find something that solved that problem to help with that process, I think literally is so important. And I think everybody should walk away from this live stream understanding that part too, because the value in showing up and showing up everywhere as often as you can, but then simplifying it to make it easier to show up everywhere as often as you can, I think really is the secret weapon. Doc is in the chat, and he said showing up is half the battle. And I just saw not too long ago he posted a video. He had been posting long form videos on YouTube for 365 days in a row, never missed a day. And I was with Doc a few of those days,
That's crazy.
and yeah, and but like, some days it was an actual tutorial, some days it was a vlog, some days it was a podcast. And one of those days, me and him sat down and we shot a little podcast. And I was like, hey, like, was that good for you? And he was like, showing up. Like, my goal every day is to show up. And to whoever finds the content and finds it valuable, that's who it's for. And that's
Yeah.
the only person that is for. Someone who finds
Yeah.
the content and finds it valuable. And I think that's so important. And I think that's one of the things that's, leading to some of the success that you're having, is you're just making it easier for people who the content is for to find it. And obviously your system has made it valuable. So,
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely an element of luck involved for sure. Like I'll never say there's no luck involved in social media. Obviously there is. But you can minimize how much luck is involved. So like I've always operated off of a principle of like luck surface area.
mhm.
Like yeah, lightning has to strike, but the greater your output, the larger that surface area, the more likely it is for lightning to strike. So if I can show up if I can show up in as many places as possible, as much as possible, I'm increasing my surface area. Like I might have a random video pop off on YouTube Shorts that wouldn't have popped off if I wasn't posting over there and I was only going on TikTok. So like luck is involved,
Yeah.
but you also have to do your part. You can't blame it on luck for you not hitting your goals. Like luck's always going to be involved, but you also have to do your part and show up.
Yeah. I believe that luck can make one video go viral,
Yeah.
but luck will not build a community. Luck
Yeah.
won't have 3,000 people showing up live with you. And so by the fact that you're creating so much content, you're allowing for, if luck strikes, you have the greatest opportunity to benefit from that luck. Because so many people will just post here and there trying to go viral. And then even when they do, there's no substance behind it. But you have a
Yeah.
system that works regardless to if you get quote unquote lucky or not. So, dude, I hope people who didn't get a chance to, watch the first part of the show definitely go back, because you're so humble and you're so like nonchalant about your knowledge. And, it's so great to talk to you on the first part of the show. But then to get this part of the show as well, where you just like give away the farm and like the value and just like what's working for you. There's so many nuggets throughout this episode. I just want to personally thank you for being willing to open up and to talk about these things and just be honest and transparent and not gatekeep any of this stuff, because I do believe that there are a lot of people who want to see success online. And I think if they implement a lot of the
Yeah.
strategies that you talked about, they'll be able to see that success.
I mean, I'm an open book when it comes to social media. Like, I admire transparency on social media. One of my friends, Gabe, every month he'll be like, "This is how much I made this month on social media," and then he'll break down every single income stream and like how much he's putting away for taxes, how much he's putting towards like his credit card or whatever, how much goes towards like bills. And I admire that so much. Because like I'll show like I can pull up I'll pull up my TikTok analytics and I'll show you what the second page did. So if I pull up, let's go to my analytics. For the month of October, so last month, like I said, it was 31 million views. Crazy. This is, let me see if it'll focus. Will it focus?
Yeah, I'm leaning in. Bro, what? That's $2,300
Yeah.
just coming in from TikTok.
Yeah.
Build a
I will
system.
say, okay, so like, okay, that's not nothing. 2,300, that pays some bills. In comparison to 31 million, it seems low.
That's TikTok.
But
But there's
but
other
yeah.
opportunities there. Like you said, like
Yeah.
you've got two brand deals right now that are asking for 2 videos a week for 8 weeks. And I'm willing to
Yeah.
bet you the only reason why they even made you that offer was because they see that you're posting 3 times a
Yeah.
day. So they're
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
we
yeah.
can ask for that type of output from you, and
Yeah.
you can actually like facilitate that.
Yeah. So like yeah, my thing right now is I'm trying to figure out like those are the brand deals I want. The brand deals where it's like um let's do a 6 month deal. Absolutely. Absolutely pay my rent for 6 months. Absolutely. Um
And I can
so
do
because
the
like the
work in
one off
15
yeah.
minutes. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No.
pay
Um
my rent for 6 months. I'll do the work in, 2 hours for the whole 6 months. Like
yeah.
we're done.
So like yeah, those are the brand deals that I would love to do more of because I have a couple people right now that I haven't signed anything yet, but they're talking about doing like long-term brand deals and like I feel like that's gonna be my bread and butter. And once I figure out how to like really monetize live streaming,
Well,
dog.
I'm gonna be able to hook you up after the show. We'll link up. I'll definitely get you set up with some Ecamm stuff. You'll be set. And honestly, you could use Ecamm. Like my YouTube videos are now recorded fully in Ecamm as well.
Oh wow, that's
So
crazy.
I don't have to do any editing. It's literally like trim, export, trim, export. Bro,
Yeah,
it's
you gotta tell me how that works because that's crazy.
cheat code. All the graphics you've seen, all the lower thirds, the music, everything you see throughout this entire stream, all done inside of Ecamm. And so the same way I could do it live, I could do it recorded. You could even set up keyboard shortcuts to start and stop recording, so you literally don't even have to edit anything in post. You could just do it in real time and be done with it. So I'm about to take that 15 minutes down to 5 minutes. You might be able to start going to 4 or 5 times a day if you want to. But bro, you're everywhere. I obviously shared your Instagram and your TikTok and everything in the description. But if there's anything you would love to plug or you want people to follow you, where can they keep up with you? What's the best way to connect with you?
Um I would probably say the second TikTok page is where I'm the most active on social media, the
Okay,
Tyrese Nope one.
gotcha.
Um, that's where I'm most active. But
I'm gonna just share
I mean,
that in
yeah,
the
check me
chat one
out
more
if you
time.
want. I guess you don't feel the need to. I guess I don't know. Like if you want to watch word games, I'm there. I guess.
Also, in the description, I have links to his music stuff too. If y'all like the music that I typically play, I mean, most of us, we're all on the same page when it comes to the music.
Yeah,
Check out his music too. His stuff is good. It's clean. You can play it around your kids too. I know that's
I
important.
appreciate it.
But bro, thank you so much for your time. You have been
course, bro.
amazing. You dropped amazing gems. This is going to be an episode that we probably repurpose a crap ton out of because there's just so much value in here. So I appreciate your time, bro. It's been real.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, brother. Peace.
Peace.
All right, chat. I told y'all. I told you. I was trying to hold it all so we could put it in one jam-packed episode. This is probably one of those episodes you're going to want to come back to and watch a few times. The biggest thing you can do right now is show up. He said it. Doc has said it. I have said it. Now it's time to do it. Figure out your process and try to show up consistently because there is success out there. People are doing it. That's why I brought him here, because people are doing it. And sometimes they're doing it at a level you can't even keep up with the fact of how good they're doing it. And what they say, sometimes you got to do it to show people that you could do it because they can't do it like you say you could do it. J. Cole. All right, y'all. It's been real. This has been a great show. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me tonight. Hopefully, y'all enjoyed the show. Hopefully, y'all got some amazing value out of it. Next week, we will be back again live. You know I don't show up without bringing that hot fire. So I'll see y'all next week when we bring more hot fire. Ecamm fam, it's been real. If you missed the first part of the show, link to the first part of the show is in the description, and I will catch you guys next week. Man, this episode was fire. I'm gonna watch this one again. Peace, y'all.
All stations, this is launch control. Crew is locked and ready. Stand by for terminal count. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition confirmed.